So this is just every single cube shaped case that is not parity. These are not the most optimal. This is just how I would do them. I average like 12 to 13, not really to 13. I average like 13 on the dot, sometimes sub 13, sometimes low 13. But I feel like this would get you like 9 to 13 second averages. All these EP cases. And these are not like the actual algs. They're just explained intuitively with like M2, U2, M2, and like add, and all these algorithms. And yeah, so this is the whole thing. So some algorithms you need to be familiar with is add from the front. It's just this. These are just some short algorithms like short triggers. Also add from the back. So swaps these two and these two. Also M2, U2, M2. First of all, just M2. And so M2, U2, M2 is just M2, U2, M2, and it swaps these two and these two. Also the bar flip version of M2, U2, M2, which goes like this. It's about the same speed and it flips the bar. So you can use this for bar control. Also, O-Adj. This one is also very easy, so this is Adj and O-perm, so you can do it from the top or the bottom, and you just look at the direction the O cycle is in, M2, and then U in that direction, and then M2, M2, and then also the other way, so this would be M2, U prime, M2, U prime, M2, and then same on the bottom. What else? I think that's about it. Oh, well, I guess there's also U-perms, but not really. So, yeah. Also, good U-perms. So you need to know this one. And then this one. First with the U-perms, there's two ways you can do this U-perm. You can just do the normal alg, just like look it up. Or you can do alg that is just triggers. It's about the same speed. You can line it up so you're gonna do add, and you want to make sure so it swaps one of the unsolved edges with one of the opposite edges, so it's like this. And you do add from the front, and it leaves you with add. So faster. Wait, hold on. Faster, that would look like this. And for the inverse of that, so for this on the bottom, it would be what I do is just add like this, and then add. For the other U-perm, you can like either just do the normal alg, which I like to do, or you can do pretty much the exact same alg as the other one. So you can line it up so you're swapping an opposite with another unsolved edge, and do front add, and then leaves you with normal add, and from the bottom, again, you just line it up so you're swapping an opposite edge, like offset with the corners, with a normal edge. I mean, an unsolved edge. You do front add, and then add again. H-perms are really easy. So they're basically just like H-perms on 3x3, except I like doing U-primes instead of U's. So it's M2 U prime, M2 U2, M2 U prime M2, and M2 being just this, of course. And same thing with the bottom, M2 D, M2 D2, M2 D, M2. Next category is double U perm. So when you have U perms on both the top and the bottom, this will come up a lot. Like by a lot, I mean like a lot. So you really want to be good at this category. It's like most common case. So there's two types of double U perms. There's good and bad. So how to tell the difference between good and bad? It's super easy. So whenever you have a U perm, you have an opposite one. So when the edge is opposite to the corner, there's an opposite one on both the top and the bottom. And a good U perm is when they're on opposite sides. So here's this opposite, and they're on opposite sides. When you line up these blocks, they'll be on opposite sides anyway. And so this is a good U perm. And a bad U perm would be like this. They're on the same side, see. And good U perms are like, of course, better than bad U perms. And for good U perms, I really just like recommend just learning the algs. They're just like so good. I have like an official 9.2 with a good U perm, but anyway, so good U perms, just learn the algs. They're not that hard. But then for bad U perms, I like just doing. It's pretty fast actually. So I like so when the bar is flipped, this is for both bad U perm cases. So like if the opposites are both here or here, it doesn't matter, it does the same thing. But hold both blocks on the left or the right, doesn't really matter. And just do M2 U2 M2, but like the bar flip version. And that just gives you edge. For the the non-bar flip version, what I like to do is, well, you could just do M2 to M2 no bar flip and just get edge, but I like to do edge so it like cuts through both of the opposite edges like this. So I would do back edge here, swap these two and these two, and then get edge again. For ZU, or so what you do is, so you're gonna do edge, so it swaps the opposite one with another unsolved edge like this, and it swaps one of these or like this. So just do front edge, and that'll leave you with edge, and it's here, but best to do edge from the back here. And same with, oh wait, hold on, that's the same thing. Same with like the other U perm case, but same from when it's from the bottom. So swap these two and these two with edge, and then get edge. Quickly, op is, if there's a bar flip, just do a bar flip op. And if there's no bar flip, just do M2 U2 M2. And for edge is just like front edge or back edge. Super simple. ZZ is also super simple. So just, this is actually the alg that, like, I think this is a standard alg, but edge from the front, and then edge from the back, but you can kind of cancel them into each other. So instead of, you can just cancel straight into it like that, and it's really good. Whenever there's double O perms, like, you don't even need to look at which O perm it is. Just like do M2 U2 M2 or op based on like what the bar flip is. You want to preserve the bar, and then just ZZ. For HU, I I would just do, see, to solve this with a good U-perm, I can just do this. Controlling the bar flip, of course, because that's important. And then I can just do bottom U-perm. And that this concept can be applied to the top too. So just do the U-perm where, I mean the good U-perm where this edge is in the back. And it solves the bottom and then just gives that. For Z-perms, they're super easy, so you see where the two are swapped, so these two are swapped. So you do M2 and then U prime in the direction where it's swapped. So M2, U prime, M2, U, M2, and then for the bottom it's the same exact thing, so M2, D, M2, D prime, M2. For HH, just do op, and then the last one you can do op with bar control. So you can just like do this, like the bar flip, op, if it can be. For edge op, so you make it just intuitively, don't disturb this and make these two edges next to each other. So bring this edge down, move this one over there. So these edges are now here. And then you can just do edge to swap them. And then bring them back. And same thing for the bottom, it's just I don't actually use these algs in my solves. I just like should use these algs in my solves. It's just like a habit that I've gotten into. Just do edge into U-perm, which is really bad, but okay, I'm gonna try this again. So wait, that's wrong. Okay, but it's a similar idea for the bottom. Just it's like you do the same exact thing, but just like on the bottom. For HZ cases, for any HZ case, what I would do is so line it up and then just do ZZ, like front edge canceling into back edge, which I showed earlier, and then it just leaves Z perm. And same exact thing for the mirrored version. So just ZZ into Z perm. For edge op, doesn't really matter what type of, I mean not edge op, edge O, doesn't really matter which O perm it is, but what I do is just pretty simple, just edge to solve the edge on top, or to solve the edge on top, and then U perm. And same thing for the other one with edge on bottom, just do edge, then U perm. For edge op, I mean edge, not even, for O op, just look at the direction the O perm is going in, and have the op like parallel like that, and so it's going this way, so go the opposite direction kinda. So this is going here, so like that. So the alg is, so it's M2 U M2 U M2, and other one is just M2 U prime M2 U prime M2. And then same for the bottom, M2 D prime M2 D prime M2. For W op, I would just, this is the same thing for top and bottom, but M2 U2 M2 into U perm, and of course controlling the bar flip. And same thing for mirrors, so it's just M2 U2 M2 into U perm. So that's W edge. Like I actually like know the standard algorithm, which is like not that good, but I still know it for some reason. But a good way to do it is just edge into bottom Z perm. But if there was no bar flip, it's like really awkward to cancel into bar flip with Z perm. So if there's a bar flip, I would just cancel here in the edge, and then just do the Z perm. Same thing for opposites, just like edge like that, like splitting these two opposites, edge, and then Z perm. For WO, I would just solve the O perm, or actually, hold on, what would I do? I would probably just do M2 U2 M2 into UZ. And the same thing with mirrors, so so for mirrors, again, I would just do M2 U2 M2 into into UZ. And the final one is WW. So WW, I align it so the pairs of opposites are like not aligned like this, or like misaligned. And then what I would there's two things I do. The one I mostly do is, well, I mean, there's the bar flip one, and then there's the not bar flip one. The bar flip one is just doing M2 U2 M2. I mean, not that. It's doing that M2 U2 M2 into just good U perms. Wait, hold on. My camera did a weird thing. Into just good U perms. And the non-bar flip one would be to, wait, hold on. No, my bar flip one would be to do this M2 to M2 into good U perms. And my non-bar flip one would be to, from the same angle, do edge into ZZ. And that is actually the final EP. Thanks for watching. These are kind of good, and it could get you to like 9-second averages or something. And these are the ones I personally use.